Hey everybody, this right here is a 2001 Yamaha Kodiak. It spent a little time in a four-wheeler motor sports shop, and it was diagnosed with a seized engine. And I was talking to the person who owns it, and I went out to where it was today because now it's at my house. And I took the spark plug out, which is an 18mm, and I filled the cylinder up with penetrating oil. And I let it set for about 5 or 10 minutes. And mind you, I didn't put back in the spark plug yet. Then I came over here and I pulled a little bit on it, and it didn't do anything. It just came up to about there and then wouldn't turn over. So then I got my 10mm, I took out that bolt, that one, and that one. And then there's a nut right there, which is a 17mm. I took my ratchet, I put it on there, and and it moved. So I flicked the ratchet the other way, and I pulled up, and it moved. And then I just kept doing that, and each time I'd get a little bit more until I could actually get the engine to fully turn over. Then I put the cover back on, went to the other side, and I filled the cylinder back up with penetrating oil, and came over here and I pulled it, and it was shooting it was shooting penetrating oil clear up and out. It was pretty cool. So then I filled it up a little bit more after I got the piston all the way down to the bottom, and I let it set, and then I was able to pull it over pretty freely. And now she runs. So much for a seized engine. Hey, you need to get a new engine for this. And it really irritates me that somebody didn't actually put in a little bit of effort into it. It really irritates me because I probably had like a whole maybe 30 minutes into it and already had it freed up. And so it really irritates me that this went to a professional shop and they didn't take the time, to say, oh, hey, I wonder, if it's been sitting for a while, maybe I should call the customer and find out, and let's go from there. They didn't do that. They just diagnosed that it was a seized engine. So I was really irritated about that. But anyways, here at 509 Trails, we diagnosed it to being a stuck piston. Now it runs. And my wife has been bugging me for the last 3 to 4 years that I need to open up my own small engine repair shop and do four-wheelers and motorcycles and all that stuff. But this is the Kodiak, and I got to change out the front tires for them and just put the plastics back on and get a new fuel line for it because they cut it. And I just basically have to put everything back together now. But yeah, this is a 2001 Kodiak. Pretty freaking cool. So what do you guys think? Now, I'm not telling everybody to go out there and buy every single quad that you can that somebody says that it's seized up, you know, because it might actually be seized up. This one was actually seized up, but it was seized up in the cylinder. Definitely do your research. If somebody says, you know, we rode it around and we parked it and it sat there for, you know, a few years and now it's seized up. I mean, that would be a good one. Because then you take out the spark plug, fill it full of penetrating oil or penetrating spray or whatever. Even just regular oil would work. I like to use penetrating, WD-40 penetrating oil to spray in there because it really helps clean up stuff. And don't go crazy on putting a ton of torque. Do not put a breaker bar on it. Do not. Just, you know, just little stuff. Little bit of motion down, not too much muscle. A little bit of motion up, not too much muscle. And try to get it free. And then you might just get a quad that's not too bad. But thanks for joining me, guys. Sorry it's been 6 minutes and all I've been doing is talking and showing you stuff. But I haven't been working on it all that long and I'm like pretty much done. So fuel line, put the plastics back on, fuel filter, clean out the gas tank, change the tires, and pressure wash the hell out of it. And this will be be ready to go back home. Have a good night, guys.